get this, $29.98. This is a customer pick at $49.99. And what are you receiving? First off, you're receiving a full 2-quart digital pressure cooker. You're also gonna receive a non-stick cooking pot that's gonna be on the inside. You're gonna receive the wired rack as well. You're gonna receive a measuring cup. You're gonna receive the spoon, which is also a rice individual paddle on here. And you're gonna get a wonderful user's manual, very simple and easy, with lots of yummy, delicious recipes. Okay, I thought I was seeing things and I saw $29.99. We have amazing color choices, and we have one of our wonderful kitchen experts, Carrie Mulatto, who is joining us. Carrie, I wish everybody could have smelled, as soon as I came into the studio, our kitchen studio, what you have going on here, girlfriend.
It smells so good in here.
There's nothing like pressure cooking.
It really isn't.
Isn't that the truth? All right, so we'll take you through colors in just a minute.
Oh my God.
What is pressure cooking, and why is, I mean, need I say more? Everything tastes so much better when it's pressure cooked.
I just released this, and look at this. It is absolutely super hot, super delicious, super infused. Pressure cooking actually does two things for you. It gives you really great flavor, because what happens when you're actually cooking in here is that you're adding either water, broth, or some kind of liquid. The liquid gets trapped inside, and when it's trapped inside, it infuses, it has nowhere to go.
Right.
So it infuses itself into your meat. So if this is your pulled pork, like I have right here, let me make some amazing pulled pork sandwiches. The flavor that you get is unbelievable. Pulled pork, generally, if you're a barbecue person, you know, that takes hours. We're talking 2, 3, 4 hours sometimes. In pressure cooking, you're saving up to 66% of your time. So in here, we did this, ready? For this is a 2-pound pork. We did this in 1 hour and 10 minutes.
No way.
That's right.
Wait a minute, and this is what everybody loves so much. The fact that it is this size, it's 2 quarts, right?
Yep.
It's not those, like, normally they're 4 or larger.
That's right.
So much bigger footprint, hard to store. This is why everybody loves it, and yet, wait till you see how much you're able to get.
It's incredible.
Look at this.
It's incredible. I just made 2 sandwiches with it, and I still have all this left over. Look at that. And tons of juices. Again, remember, the flavor is unbeatable. This unit, I love it because I call this my everyday unit.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go over here and
now that color there is the aqua, right?
Yes, super pretty.
Or teal aqua.
Actually, I'm going to leave this open because I want to make sure that we come back to it.
And you know what else I want to just mention? Gone are the days, remember, we all love the fact that, you know, pressure cooking, we know how great the food was when your grandmother made it, but you know it was like a little bit scary at times, right?
Absolutely. Well, they didn't have the safety precautions that they have now.
And they made this so easy, right? Being digital, it tells you pretty much everything you need to know.
It really does. And this unit, the reason I love this unit, so if you have like an 8-quart, a 10-quart, something like that, and you find, you know, my friend Kate was talking with me, and when she saw this, she says, I'm getting it when we first aired this, and she said because the reason why she likes to make fresh dog food for her dogs. She really loves it. Instead of doing canned, she loves to do it fresh. And she was doing it with, I think she had an 8-quart, and she was like, it's just too big to keep taking out just to do what I need to do.
Well, if you have a smaller family too, or maybe, you know, up to 6 people, you don't need those.
That's exactly right.
I mean, they're definitely for larger cooking. Absolutely, there's a need for that. But this is why this is so beloved. Now, you just made like perfect macaroni and cheese here.
Oh yeah, this is creamy, creamy. So, you know, what you want to do is put your noodles in, and then you're to put in your water, and you do it for 6 minutes. We added a little bit of cream, we added our cheese, and that is it. If you wanted to top this with bacon, or I'm gonna come back over for just a second and put a little bit of my pulled pork in there.
Oh, why not?
It's the time of year for that.
Yes.
So what I love, again, is that it makes it super simple to make something like macaroni and cheese. This is comfort food time, by the way. So here, let's do a little bit of this pulled pork right across the top.
Oh my goodness, are you kidding me?
And if you're in a cold spot right now, I mean, comfort food for us right now is just a big deal. But again, being able to do this all in one pot.
And how long did that take you?
6 minutes.
6 minutes. This is the Plum. This is where we're most limited right now. So if you want the Plum, definitely take action, because that one will definitely be the first to sell out. Okay.
So now, party time. Party time of year. This is my teriyaki meatballs. Maybe you have your own recipe. Maybe you just want to buy those ones that come frozen at the, you know, the big box stores or something like that. Nobody has to know you didn't make them yourself. In the pressure cooker, we put these in for 15 minutes. It makes them absolutely perfectly warm. And then we have the keep warm functions. This actually has 8 functions built in. One of them is keep warm, which will keep things warm for up to 8 hours. So this is perfect for parties. This is perfect. It will never dry out your food. You can see that these look absolutely delicious, moist. It's a teriyaki sauce that's on there, so then I can actually top them with a little bit of sesame seeds. So if this is your party, you can just have these waiting for everyone. And they can help themselves. The lid actually hinges. So if you're seeing here, I have the lid hinged on the top. It also comes off. Inside is the ring. That ring actually, because when you talk about cleaning, you just pull the ring off. The ring can go right into the dishwasher. Okay. I like to actually just wipe it down, okay? And then your inside pot is also dishwasher safe. So that's something I usually just wipe mine off. It's so easy because it's nonstick. Good. So this, again, imagine at parties just kind of sitting there on the keep warm function, and you're ready to go. Also as a warmer.
And this is the rose. I have fewer than 300 remaining in the rose. Our #1 top seller has been this red hot pressure cooker. I love that red.
You could never go wrong. And then it's party red too. So I want to kind of ask, this is our mold cider, by the way. So this is a situation where we've just kept our keep warm function on. And by doing keep warm, we're just going to keep this ready for the party. And then we just have our ladle right there. Now, the 8 functions I want to show you very quickly. So using this is very simple. You have your menu button, and as you press the menu button, it's going to go from pressure high, pressure low, keep warm, up to 8 hours, which I absolutely love. There's your slow cook function. There's your browning button. This is very important anytime you do meats. So you can brown your meats at the bottom first. So like I have a dip that I like to make. Put the meat inside and brown it first so it gets all those nice seared edges, and then you put the rest of the stuff in there. Chili stew, which we'll talk about in a second. Eggs, 6 minutes to perfectly done eggs every single time, hard boiled. And then we have our rice function. This makes the best rice you've ever had. So it's all those things in one.
So all these different functions, rice cooker, what you would pay normally for a rice cooker, all these functions that this pressure cooker has is what you expect to have on those real high-end, very expensive units. Absolutely. The much bigger units that are in the hundreds. This is $29.98. Going back to that, as a rice maker, as a pressure cooker, as a warmer, I mean, as a slow cooker for that matter.
Exactly.
It's a huge customer pick. We're running the reviews at the bottom of the screen so you can see everybody absolutely loves this. They keep it out on the counter all the time because they're using it all the time.
Once you have this, you'll find ways that you'll start to use it all the time. It's coming with 11 recipes. By the way, it's only 6 pounds. So I want you to understand 6 pounds means it's light to move around. So if you want to take it to the family's house, if you want to use it for the parties, you can move it around really easy. It's not big and gloppy like a lot of the other ones out there in the marketplace. And this can also be great for your side dishes and your specialty items during the holidays, like that mulled cider, like that side dish of mac and cheese. Maybe you use your big one to do the big roasts and all that sort of thing.
Yes, all of those goodies.
And this is a supplemental. But I'll tell you, for the day in and day out,
this is going to be your go-to. There is no doubt about it. I know we're going to be putting a clock up on the screen in the next few moments. We are very, very busy once again. You said it. This is the time of the year right now. Your chilies, our comfort foods. I don't want to have to go through this and make, like, you know what? An oversized pot and have so much left over, I'm not gonna know what to do with it. This you get, I mean, you can have another 5 bowls in there.
This is a large bowl I just put out here, and I still have a ton left over. Now, when I made my chili with my husband, this only took me, I used store-bought beans. If you use beans that are not already cooked, 30 minutes. If you use beans that are store-bought in the can, 15 minutes to an absolutely perfect chili. And the thing I like to talk about when it comes to stews, when you make a stew or soup, it always has kind of like that watery texture. It doesn't have that thick broth yet on the first day.
Right,
I always talk about those first day, second day on soups. And by the second day, my husband is always like ready to go because like he knows that flavor has infused. But with pressure cooking, again, you're doing it faster, but you're also infusing flavor, which means the flavor gets trapped in there. When you're steaming or cooking on the stovetop, the flavor and everything is evaporating up.
Makes sense.
That doesn't happen here. So when you do your stews and your soups in here, it's gonna be like day 2 on day 1.
I love that.
Right? Exactly. We all love saving time.
You bet.
So best soups ever.
This is the silver. That's been also, of course, very popular, especially you're gonna leave it out and you have your stainless appliances black. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me?
Let me get my little cloth here. Okay.
Did you really bake something in here?
Yes, we did. So cake box batter. Okay, so I'm gonna pop this guy down. Watch what happens.
Wild.
Boom. Okay, perfectly shaped. absolutely the fluffiest cake you would ever have in your life. And what we did is instead of oil, we put a cherry cola. There's a little secret. This is from a box, okay? So don't worry, you don't have to go crazy with this. You just have to know that some berries. I would do, this is a little warm, so I would wait to do the whip if you want to do a whip on top. But in 2 seconds, how fast did I just do this?
Oh my.
It looks like I went and
to
brought
a bakery.
A really expensive cake.
Yes.
So imagine that. And I also wanted to make sure I brought a knife because check it out. I want to cut right into this baby. Because what I want you to see, and I'm just gonna take this piece right out.
Oh, perfect.
It's so moist. It's so absolutely delicious because again, that same premise. The steam got caught in there, and where did the steam go? It went right back into the cake and it fluffed it and it made it super, super melt in your mouth.
This is like it's your everything pot. This is like another,
really
but
is.
it happens to be pressure cooking, which is what everybody wants because it gives you the most infused flavors, the most moist, as you can see. Cakes and how about ribs?
Ribs. Okay,
oh,
so.
It smells so good.
Oh, okay, so this one's even falling apart before I can even get it over here. Okay, so ribs. I always had an issue cooking the, perfect ribs. Again, something that takes time and something that takes finesse. So if you are someone who, this is a full rack of ribs, by the way.
I was gonna say,
ribs.
look at how much just came out of that 2-quart pot. And there's still more in there.
You know what I mean? And so look, and everything is falling off. My bone just fell right out, okay? So this is super, super fall off the bone ribs that you can get every single time with this. Wait for it. This was 1 hour. All you have to do is put the ribs in and whatever your favorite sauce is. If you wanna, you have your own recipe, that's fine, but you can do it right from the container.
And you can go online. There are so many, a gazillion different wonderful pressure cooker recipes that are online that people share with us all the time that are amazing. And okay, black rose. How are we doing with rose? 250 now remaining. So getting super limited. Plum, less than 300, and that's what you were showing right here.
Yep.
What are we going into here?
Oh, okay, so listen, this is the time of year when soups and stews, I know we talked about turkey chili. This one's a little different, but I want to inspire you. This is a foie, or some people call it faux, but the real way to say is foie. But the thing I love about it is the reason we pay good money to go to all these places, they become very popular now, right?
Oh, it's like all the thing.
Exactly.
And they're delicious, I get it.
And they're delicious. You know why it's delicious? Because they've been brewing these broths for days, right? Well, the thing is, it's about really just letting that infusion happen and just letting it cook over time. Again, with pressure cooking, here's what we're able to do. We're able to take all that time away and yet still give you that flavor. So you can just look at this and see that richness. You can see how the beef is actually, like there's pieces of beef floating in there. I mean, it's gonna be so good on a cold winter day when you are stuck inside. You can just pop in some broth and your beef.
Is that?
Unbelievable.
Okay.
It's easy.
In terms of gifts, can you imagine $29.98. First off, I'd never in a million years ever think that a pressure cooker, slow cooker, rice cooker, warmer, now it's also gonna be your baking device as well, if you'd like it to be that. I mean, all of those things in one for under $30. So let's go through some of the different features because it's also digital. And these are all those high-end features that you expect to find on pressure cookers and appliances that are hundreds of dollars.
And the thing that you're gonna think right now is you're gonna say, how is that possible? How is it possible that my $100 and something that you could do this for this price? Well, here's the deal. It's because we wanted to offer you, it's Kitchen HQ. We wanna offer you the best that we possibly can and be innovative, but at the same time, make it affordable. So this is all you need to know. Your menu button here, when I press it, so you saw we on keep warm because that's already into its section there. So let me do stop. So keep warm goes off. My menu button gives me pressure high, which is gonna give you 15 bars of pressure. Pressure low, 7 bars of pressure. Keep warm, slow cook. Again, slow cook is up to 8 hours, so whatever it is you need to set it for at that point, you can adjust by hitting your adjust button. Then it goes down to the brown. Listen, anytime you put meats in here, you can brown it just like you're on the stovetop. So I really, really love it for that. When I did my turkey chili, I put the turkey in, I browned it right in the same pot, and then I added all the rest of my ingredients from that point. Your chili stew button will do an automatic 15 minutes, but again, you can adjust with the adjust button. Then we're going over to our eggs. put your eggs in here. It does about 10 eggs, 10 to 12 eggs, and then you just literally let it cook for 6 minutes, and your hard-boiled eggs are perfect. Sometimes it's so hard to know the exact time.
Oh, always.
Right?
It's a guessing game, yes.
And I want you to use your rack when you do your eggs, okay? So it's coming with the rack. So you want to lift your eggs up off the bottom. So anything like fish or eggs, or I've done stuffed peppers in mine. I did 4 stuffed peppers in mine. You want to lift it up so that it's not touching the bottom, okay? So that really helps there. And then just going back to here really quick, the last thing is your rice. I'm telling you, this is the best rice cooker I have ever had. And again, all in one unit. I'm getting rid of like 3-4 different appliances right now, right?
Right, that are probably 10 times the size, right? Not as chic. And we're gonna show you one more time in this last, 10, 12 minutes?
Yeah.
Start it with either the, I always called it Foie, but it's Foie?
It's Foie is the proper pronunciation.
Okay.
There, you learned something today.
Yes.
But it's okay if you say Foie, they don't mind. So it's a Vietnamese dish, but it's super simple to make, and really what it's about is that delicious broth that you can accomplish within 15 to 30 minutes here in your pressure cooker.
And that's in that Plum, getting super limited, as is the rose that we're gonna show you. The most amazing, look at the ribs, by the way.
The ribs.
They're just like, they're falling off the bone.
The bone is falling out. So here, I'm taking my bones out.
We did the chili. We are, again, we did cider. We did wonderful little appetizer, delicious teriyaki meatballs, macaroni and cheese with a little bit of pulled pork. Yeah. Because we did that too, right? $29.98, very popular. Once again, Carrie, thank you.
You're absolutely welcome. Thank you so much.
Well, I do want to mention our best value of the day from KitchenAid. It is the #1 top-selling mixer in the country. We have the best price anywhere in the country coming up next. Stay with us.